Okay.
So I'm going to try to mimic that one. Yeah, this tape is not very stretchy. You see that little gap right there?
Yep.
I can pull as hard as I can and it's not going to flatten out. So I'm just going to pull the tape down a little bit.
Okay.
And see what kind of angle we get. Let's see, which direction are we going? Yeah, we're going the right direction. And we left it at RR.
Yep.
It's really hard to get a satisfying corner right there, but I might just have to let it come up a hair, just like this side.
Yeah, you can, I guess the finishing tape maybe will hide it.
I will cut off this corner though. Seems to be coming up too much right there. It's really worth taking the time to get the start right, because it's the part you can't get to at the end if you want to fix it.
Yep.
And I'm using my finger here to feel flatness, because if I do this, I can feel a valley. If I do this, I can feel like a bump. But if I use my finger, I can feel an even transition from there to there. I know some mechanics are real particular about counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this next one will be 5. And then it'll start, we'll have to do that fan across that corner. So if you're a fan of symmetry, you'll count. Make sure it's the same. But I actually don't count, and I try to just go by how it looks and feels on this side, and I just kind of hope it looks like the other side. But we can do both. I can go by feel and then see if that count is right. It looks a little stretched out. So I'm trying to avoid these creases. You can also look for, this is 5, so 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can kind of look to where it was overlapping here and match it up, and that's looking pretty similar. So, and this is that pesky corner where there's a lot of material hanging out. So I am going to, sometimes you can just push it down and see if it pops out. It'll fold itself underneath. But if you get something like that, see, you can see the fold coming out, then you can kind of coach it a bit in there. I'm gonna get on the other side here. This is where I'll make sure to cut a piece off the end here. Just kind of measuring it with my fingers. It's right about there. And I'm just laying it across evenly on both sides, but you may have to adjust up or down, like down or up, depending on what it looks like once we cross over it. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I went under on this side, so come down here. It's all right.
Hoods came down okay, doesn't hide.
Yeah.
That shows good.
Looks pretty good through there. There's no no big folds or creases showing. So yeah, it's a good thing to check all that before you finish.
Yeah.
And now over here you can see how
Much material.
coming out of there, whatever angles we've got coming out of here really wants to push that material out. So I'm just gonna I'm not even doing anything, I'm just letting the tape fold it there, and it seems there's a little bit of a crease there. I'm not sure there's a whole lot we can do about that. I'll try to get it to fold hard under. It's underneath, so I'm gonna let that one go.
Yep.
It's not too bad.
No.
And, yeah, this thumb bit here, this narrow spot likes to, you have to kind of work the tape so it lays flat through that little dip. Looks like I'll have enough to finish. I'm just looking at the other side to see if my overlap is similar, and it is. So I did a pretty good job. I didn't cut any off from the other side. And if I had to cut off a lot from this side, it would have meant I did something very different. Or I, pulled it tighter or something, overlapped less. But good thing is though that we've got this finishing on the underside, which is kind of convenient.
Yeah. Hides that nicely.
Yeah. And I'm actually gonna
Squirt it with isopropyl.
Yeah. I'm just gonna squirt the tape, isopropyl. And most likely side to pop out is this corner back here, so I'm gonna hold that still. These plugs are really good at actually, you know what? This is kind of OCD, but the star's not going straight up and down. So I'll shove it into where it's vertical. There's a lot of material there. These plugs are great for holding it all in there though. Worst is having your bar plug fall out and then having it unravel right at the very end, and the only way to fix it is to unwrap the whole thing to get the tape back underneath. But not that you have to do it every time, but sometimes that's the only solution. So yeah, I almost feel like you don't need any finishing tape, but it doesn't hurt either if you wanted to try.
Let's see what it looks like.
But, and that would be weird, so I guess we'll just follow. Try to figure out what angle to go with. Do we follow that?
That would hide that little thumb area, wouldn't it?
Like this? Oh, this piece, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just give it a shot. Not sure. I'm gonna do it to the thumb ends underneath. I'm actually not going to use all of it. I'm just going to keep it thin.
Alright.
That looks pretty nice.
It does.
And, does it feel nice? Oh yeah.
It feels really good.
Perfect. Makes you want to grab right there while you're riding. Nice and tacky. And then